Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video, and I'm so happy to be making this one. We have a whole new season of fun. This time it is called the Autumn of Agony. Killer name. Love the sound of that. Part 1, we got Jabari and Prowler up as our very first two bosses. This week it is going to be Jabari. So in this first video, I'm going to be uploading 2 videos today on this, covering all the objectives. In today's first video, we're going to be covering the first 2 objectives, which are Mystic, Saga Champion, and Size S, and then the X-Force. And then in the next video, we'll be doing the Hunt or Be Hunted one, because I have a special champion I want to use for that one. So be on the lookout for that video. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I got these 2 completed. So let's first take a look at the fight. Or actually, first... Yeah. Let's take a look at the fight first. So, Jabari Panther. And there's some key abilities that Jabari has as well that we're going to talk about, because they really come into play in this fight on Aunt May. So let's check out the nodes real quick. So we got always forward. The defender cannot heal above the amount of health they started the fight with. This is good because there's a Vital Strikes node here that when she hits your block, she's going to heal for 700% of the damage dealt, which is a fair bit. So you definitely want to be taking the minimal amount of block damage this fight, unless you have her heal blocked. Then we have Diversion. Every 15 seconds, the attacker is inflicted with a Falter passive, causing all their attacks to miss for 8 seconds. If the attacker is out of striking range when the timer expires, the defender is instead afflicted with a Falter passive for 4 seconds. Now, this is bait, okay? And what I mean by that is, you know, of course, if you play this node correctly, you're far enough away when it triggers, Jabari Panther will get the Falter and you'll be fine. Right? Right. But there's a caveat to that. So when Jabari misses, you know, she doesn't counter miss under normal circumstances, unramped. So when she triggers that miss, she's activating some charges here, her Huntress charges. So she gains 3 whenever she purifies a debuff, which also comes into play on this fight, when the opponent evades or causes an attack to miss. So that's the big one right here, causes an attack to miss. So with that Falter, you need to be careful, because if you push Jabari into her hunt, you know, if she's at 9 charges, she has the Falter, she hits into you, she'll miss, she'll trigger the hunt, then she's not going to be missing anymore, because once she's in the hunt here, there's some very important things in this hunt that we need. That's why I'm reading these abilities now, because this is very important to know and understand. So additionally, this right here, this is the most important line I'd say in her whole kit pertaining to this fight. So the opponent cannot trigger the Dexterity Mastery, evade, or cause an attack to miss. So as soon as she's in the hunt, even if you dodge the Falter, it applies to her, she won't miss. So you need to be careful. And also, you can't Dex. One fight, I was going so good, I had her down like halfway. I'm dashing back, Dex failed, she catches me. I dash back again, she catches me again, Dex failed, kills me. Like, that can happen. So you really got to be careful when she is in the hunt. That's pretty much all the abilities I wanted to rhyme off. Let's get back to some of the nodes. So also have some Scrubbed Clean Light Combo Enter. So every 16 seconds, the defender gains an indefinite cleanse passive. If the attacker strikes the defender with a light ender, the timer is reset. You know, that's interesting. I did all my fights without knowing that. That's why you should actually read all the nodes. That's interesting. Okay, it's good to know. All right, we got Staggering Beauty. But, you know, I sold the fights without utilizing this node, so you don't need to, especially with the champs I'm going to show you. But anyways, we got Staggering Beauty. While close to the defender, the attacker gains a stagger debuff every 3 seconds, nullifying their next buff. Staying far away from the defender causes these staggers to gradually fall off. Honestly, I feel like this node is a plus here. I haven't really been using buff heavy champions at all. All the champions I've been using, the only buff they get is Dexterity, so this doesn't really matter, and it just ends up being some really nice willpower healing, actually. And you kind of need some willpower healing because there's also this node. So what this node does, Second Wind, Damage Reflect 3. So whenever the defender purifies or cleanses a debuff, they gain a Damage Reflection passive for 8 seconds, dealing back 50% of the damage dealt by the attacker. So you gotta be careful with that. And so on the second fight I'm going to show you, I end up taking a fair bit of this reflection damage, but I'm able to heal back a lot of it via Staggering Beauty. So it kind of balances out. And then one final note here, special burst lockdown. So whenever the attacker activates special attack, the defender is inflicted with a heal block and an armor break debuff, reducing armor rating for 30 seconds, each lasting 5 seconds. So the reason why this is here is, you know, so Jabari she wants to be purifying those debuffs from this, and then again, the moment she purifies, then you have to deal with the second wind node. So all these nodes kind of tie together. It's quite a unique and interesting fight. And right before I get into the gameplay, let me show you guys the tag pool of champions. So as you'll see, I got Kushala on the team right now. She is who I ended up going for one of the tags. Let's go ahead and pull the tag up here. So it's Mystic, Saga Champs, size S, and then all selected tags. So it's a very limited pool. Like there's barely any champions here. We have Clairvoyant, Sorcerer, White Tiger, Kushala, Sigil Witch, and Enchantress. That's it. So really not a whole bunch to choose from. If you understand Enchantress, I feel like she could probably do this fight. I feel like White Tiger can probably do this fight, no problem. So I'd say Enchantress, White Tiger, Kushala. Top 3 options for it. I use Kushala, and I highly recommend. She did a great job for me. You're going to see the gameplay very soon. And then the other tag is much more simple. It's just X-Force. I believe it's just X-Force. Let me double check. I don't think there's any size requirements. No, just X-Force. So that one, I think there's a much bigger pool to choose from. Well, maybe not much bigger, but bigger. Let's throw in X-Force here. I mean, yeah, really not. This one isn't that much bigger. But, you know, class advantage. There's definitely better options here, I would say, and more options for sure. So I just went for Domino, you know, my only rank 3 out of all these champions. And she seemed to do a very good job. It seems like she was turning off some abilities too, so that was nice. Yeah, so I recommend Domino. The other champions here, you know, all are applying debuffs. I mean, Domino is 2, but she's kind of failing, so I didn't notice it as much. But I feel like wait, is Jabari metal? I don't think she is. Yeah, I don't think she is. So Magneto probably wouldn't be the best. I feel like Danny, Sunspot, Archangel can all probably do it, but I don't know how it would look. But I feel like all of them should be capable to do it for sure. But yeah, I definitely recommend Domino. I know a lot of you guys got at least like a ranked up 6-star Domino or a ranked up 7-star Domino, so highly recommend. Alright, enough blabbing. Let's go ahead and jump to the gameplay. Alright guys, so speaking of Domino, we're going to go ahead and get started with her. So I was a little bit late to the party today. These fights came out at 11 my time now, but all year they've been coming out at noon. But daylight savings put us back an hour now, so now I gotta start waking up earlier. I snoozed for an hour too long, but within, I would say, yeah, 10 minutes. My recording was like 9 minutes 28 seconds, and I did like one fight where I wasn't recording, so it took me about 10 minutes to get this run with Domino. You know, of course, I was learning the fight still. So right here, look what I just did. You know, look what I just did. That time we didn't fail anything. I just reflected 80,000 damage to myself, you know? But we did a lot of damage to her, so I was like, you know, whatever. So right there, look what just happened. She's at 9 of her charges, the falter triggers, boom, she goes into the hunt. So now, I can't take any more missed hits. Gotta be very careful with that hunt once it activates. And yeah, definitely want to be trying to intercept a good amount, you know, just don't want to be taking block damage because she's just going to start healing like crazy. And right here, yeah, I guess I wasn't paying attention to the hunt, misfailed. Like, that's why I'm trying to drill this into your guys' skulls, because I don't want you to make these same mistakes that I was making all throughout these fights. Somehow, you know, I still managed to pull out the solos with all these mistakes, but I want to help you guys not make those mistakes. So here, just drop a special 3. Domino special 3 is awesome. Just, it's a freaking, I don't know, is that an M4A1 or an M16 or something, but just barrel stuff. So savage. So here the damage reflect is up, so we're just gonna chill. It's like the Killmonger reverberation icon, but just a red version of it. And here we're just gonna chill, wait out the falter, boom, let that trigger. Alright, now I know I can use the miss as an opening. Alright. combo, relic, another combo, push her back to special 2. I definitely prefer to bait Jabari special 2 because it's all just ranged. The special 1 does have, she like throws her spear at the very end of it, so I don't like to bait that as much. Right here, oh, that was such a great intercept. I was really worried there. I didn't want to take like any kind of block damage or anything. So here the fight's winding down. The falter's getting close. Boom, I back out. Okay, the hunt ends right now. So boom, start going in. Go for a little backdraft intercept. And then boom, I'm gonna drop this special 3. We got lucky. I'm just hoping that this kills. Now she had 18% health left. And I'm like, oh my god, is it actually gonna kill? Dead. Dude, freaking Domino. That was such a bad start, just nuking half of my health. But we pulled out the dub anyways, dude. That's why Domino is freaking awesome. So rank 3 Domino. Took me 10 minutes. With like barely any idea of what I'm doing in that fight, you know, just learning. Took me 10 minutes to get it with Domino. I'd say that's all on Domino, just being awesome. Not as much on me being awesome. That's Domino. So there's the X-Force. I'd say that one was fairly easy if you have a Domino. And most people do, so that's good. This one was definitely trickier. It actually took me less time to get this solo, but like I understood the fight a lot more by the time I was going in here with Kushala. If I did this one first, it probably would have taken me like half an hour or something. Probably wouldn't have been great. Really glad I started with Domino and then went to Kushala. Yeah, I did like one practice run with Kushala without recording, and I was taking off like 30%, and I was still alive. I'm like, you know what? Let me back out, start recording. This feels pretty good. It was just the first champ I tried of the tag, and I was like, yeah, let's lock in, let's go for it. So here we go. So in this fight, you know, I'm taking right here, you know, I'm taking the damage reflect, but it's minimal. You know, it's a lot more minimal than what Domino was taking, and it's just like little bursts of that at like the end of my special ones. And that's fine. You know, it's fine. Like I said, we're healing that minimal reflect damage back with the stagger. You can see I got the stagger on me right now. Well, I just took some damage. We dropped down to 90%, but then we're gonna heal it back up. You know, we're gonna drop down throughout the fight a bit, but that's fine. It's all good. What matters is just that we get the solo. You know, even if we take 40% of our health damage reflect, as long as we can still get the solo. And so yeah, here's the special 1. She applies that that debuff on you as well, but that's again more willpower healing right there. I missed the heavy, but she was faltered, so it's all good. Just went for another one, and yeah, just trying to keep her as close to the wall as I can. Just keep spamming these special 1s. I was debating going for a special 2, but if she, you know, with the special 1, we're applying so many incinerates that if 1 or 2 are purified, it's not a big deal. But if we throw the special 2 and our soul barb is purified, that's a very big deal. So, you know, I was very worried about that. I didn't want that to happen. I don't know why we're lagging here. It's very weird. I think we're better now. Yeah, the falter was about to trigger there, so I just kind of threw my special, created some distance. And yeah, with Kushala, I am parrying, which, you know, don't want to be taking a lot of block damage on this fight, but the occasional parries I feel like are fine. Plus, I think Despair is helping us with our debuffs to help mitigate some of the healing, so I don't think it's too bad. Yeah, so if you can use Kushala, you know, don't be afraid to parry every now and again. Right there, that was close. She just hit me 2 times, each for 17,000 crits. Good thing it was only a 2-hit combo. But yeah, we're taking a little bit more damage reflect, but you know, our incinerates, they're ticking. They're doing their job. They're ticking for 1285 right now. Dude, that's great. That's over, you know, 2,500 damage every single second. That's fantastic. That's some great damage over time. And here we got 8 of those buffs. Let's see how many incinerates we're gonna get. Boom! 5 of them. Not bad. That's taken for 2,000 now, so that's 4,000 damage every single second. And thankfully, you know, damage over time doesn't get reflected. It's just when you're hitting, that type of damage is reflected, which is great, because if that wasn't the case, Kushala would not be very good here. She would have been dead a very long time ago. So right here, I think I'm going to try to parry this. Yeah, you know, might as well just parry that. Miss would have, or I think my dexterity would have failed anyways, because she's in the hunt, so we can't dex. So yeah, that's another great thing about Kushala. You know, you're healing back some of that block damage if you're in a situation where you're forced to be taking it, like I just was. And so here, you know, I was thinking, you know, I'm going to go for a special 3 like I did with Domino and, you know, end the fight. With Domino, you know, she was at, what, 18%? Here with Kushala, half that, 9%. I'm like, surely, right? I didn't think Domino was going to kill, but I do think Kushala will kill with their special 3, right? I'm wrong on both accounts. I'm terrible at judging damage, apparently. But, yeah, our degens are ticking. Got the reflection right now, so I'm just going to chill. Then I get here, I'm like, no, look, there goes the solo. But then, I do a full 5-hit combo. I get the relic. And I'm like, Jabari, she's not dying. I'm like, dude, just die. 1%. She's faltered. Thank you. I didn't want to do that fight again. So, almost died like 3 times at the end there. 4 minutes, 10 seconds, though. Got the solo with Kushala. So that's how I did both of these objectives. Let's go ahead and jump back in game now. And let's see the rewards. Because I haven't checked those yet. I want to see if they were updated at all for the Autumn of Agony. I doubt it, but let's check before we end the video. Alright guys, the moment of truth. Let's go check it out. Autumn of Agony. Looks like the rewards are exactly the same. Alright, well, that's what I figured. I would just really like if they put something, you know, in the final gauntlet. You know, just something. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what it could be, what it should be, but just something in the gauntlet. When you clear that, a nice chunk of rewards. That'd be just feel good, you know. Doesn't even have to be anything crazy, but just something nice. Maybe some cool profile pics. Some of the bosses. Who knows? But yeah, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for my first video on Autumn of Agony Jabari Panther. That's a guide on the Mystic Saga Size S and X-Force fights. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will have another video coming on the Hunt or Be Hunted. Be on the lookout for that with one of my latest and greatest rank 3 7-stars. So I was going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. I would really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. We're pushing for 120,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I would love it if you guys could help me smash out that goal. Hope you all have a great, wonderful day. Peace.